No. So there are triangles that do not have a right angle. We can use something called the law of sines to help us solve this. So the law of sines says sine of A over A is equal to sine of B over B, which is equal to sine of C over C. So if we have this triangle, I'm making it into a pretty triangle. So if we have this triangle, the capital letters are our angles, okay, like they have been. So this would be an angle A, angle B, angle C. How do we know what sides the little a, B, and C are?
Wait, what across?
Yeah, it's always across. So if this is our big angle, if this is our angle A, our side A is the one across, is the one opposite. So if this is angle B, here's our side B. This is angle C. Here's our side C. Now, when you go to set up this equation, you don't actually write out all three of these, okay? What you do is you find the two that you know something about, and you set up that proportion, and then you just solve the proportion.
So whatever those sides are labeled, you divide.
Right, you're going to put it in there. So let's try an example here. So here, find B. If little a is equal to 3, angle B is 63 degrees, and angle A is 37 degrees. So we're going to label. So angle B is 63 degrees. Angle A is 37 degrees. And side A is 3. Okay? So we're going to look and notice that it's always sine of A over A. So it's the angle on the side opposite. Yep, so we look, and at our diagram, we see that we have the angle of 37 degrees, and the side opposite of it is 3. So we would start by saying sine of 37 over 3. Okay, is equal to, now what's the other piece of information we know on our triangle?
63 over...
The 63 over your side B. So you'd say is equal to the sine of 63 over your side B.
Is it always going to be sine?
It's always going to be sine. Yep, so now we can cross multiply this. So when we cross multiply, what do we get?
37 equals sine B.
Well, we take 3 times,
Sine 30.
yep, 3 times the sine of 63 is equal to, we would take B times our sine of 37. And then how would you get your B alone? Divide by the sine of 37. So now, yep, so this is what you're going to put in your calculator. The thing is, you're going to need to make sure you have parentheses for most of your calculators. So you have to do 3 times the sine of 63. Make sure you close your parentheses, and then divided by the sine of 37. Make sure you close it. Not your calculator, right? Yours, you go backwards. So you just do 3 times your 63 sine equals divided by 37 sine equals. Well, let me grab my calculator to make sure you got the right value. And make sure you are trying this with us.
I got 4.4.
Yeah, 4.4.
4.44. 1, 5, 9, 6, 7.
Yep.
Good.
You do.
Make sure you are able to get 4.4. I'll wait, but just make sure everybody's able to get 4.4. So 3 times your sine of 63 divided by your sine of 37.
4.4415.
I got 2.9.
Did you divide by your sine of 37?
Oh, you have to divide 3 sine by 63. Yes, sir. Or do you have to equal 3?
Just go in order. 3 times the sine of 63.
I didn't do that. See?
Okay.
Hey, then what?
Did you close your parentheses after the 63?
Can you just do sine 3?
Divided by sine of 37. Everyone able to get 4.4? Okay, so let's try again. So 3.
I had to put mine backwards.
Please stop talking.
Oh.
Okay, so if you start off, so hit your 3. Everyone got your 3 in there? Now hit your sine button. 63.
Why is this so difficult?
Close the parentheses. It shouldn't be. Divided by. Hit your sine. 37. Everyone able to get it?
You
Okay.
should really put a time sign in between 3 and sine because I thought we were doing 3 sine.
It's the same thing. If you take 3 times sine or 3 sine. Like it doesn't, when there's not a sign, it's always multiplying in between. All right. So we're going to do another example. Find L to the nearest degree if side N is 37, side L is 9, and side N is 43. So we first have to draw our triangle out.
It's just going to be a triangle all the time.
Triangle all the time. So there, I'm going to label it LMN. Remember the side's opposite. So if this is angle L, side opposite of it is side L. Angle M, side opposite is side M, angle N. Opposite is always lowercase because those are sides, yep. So N is 7. So label N as 7. L is 9. And angle N is 43 degrees. Okay, so which angle and side opposite do we know? Yeah, right here. Side 7 and angle 43 are opposite of each other, so we're going to use that to set up our sine. So we will say sine of 43 over 7 is equal to, well, now we want to find angle L. So here's the other way we know. So sine of, do we know the angle? So we're going to say sine of L over 9. So cross multiply to solve it. So what do we get here when we multiply that way? 9 times the sine of 43, yep, is equal to, cross multiply the other way, 7 times the sine of L. How do you get the sine of L alone? Not subtract, nope. Divide. So you will have to take 9 times the sine of 43 and make sure you have that angle in parentheses.
Would it be okay if you just put sine and then 7 in the parentheses?
No, the 7 can't be in the parentheses.
And how could you do that because sine is L? It's so composed.
What do you mean? You need to figure out what this is right now. You're just trying to figure out what that value is.
Got 0.74. No?
I didn't get 0.74.
7.5. 7.5?
No.
Is it going to become
You do 9 times 0
Okay.
43. Then sine.
Did you close your parentheses?
Yep.
Then just divide it by 7, it says. It doesn't say another sign.
It's so
So 0.
8.7.
There you go.
How do you get 8.7? No, I think it's 0.96.
No, it's not 0.96. 9 times the sine of 43. Did you close your 43?
You didn't do 9 times 60.
Divided by 7.
9 times sine.
No, I'll use
Yeah, 9 times sine.
Okay, does this look like an angle right now?
No.
So how do we get an angle measure?
Well, round up.
No.
Yep.
How do you get the angle measure? What button are you using?
Negative sign.
So when you get this, we now need to get the angle measure, so we will go sine to the -1 of that.
6.
Most of your calculators, you will be able to use your answer button.
61.3.
So most of your calculators, you should be able to just put your answer button right in there to get your angle. Okay?
Where's that at?
It's by
61.3.
okay. Everyone able to get 61.3?
I got that yesterday.
Yes, there is. Your answer button is down by your negative sign. It's in blue above your negative sign. So you have to hit the second negative sign. Is this one okay? Okay. We're going to do another one. Yep. We're going to change this to say find D. So triangle DEF. If D is equal to 112 degrees, F is equal to 8 degrees, and side F is equal to 2, we want to find side D. So draw your triangle out. Okay? D, E, and F. Make sure that you label your sides as well. The opposite sides have the same letter, just lowercase. Okay, angle D, 112 degrees. Angle F, 8 degrees. Side F is 2. Okay, so which angle and side opposite of it do we have? We have the F. So how are we going to set that up? Sine of 8 over 2 is equal to, yep. And then we have the 112, so we'll say is equal to sine of 112 over D. So how are we going to solve this? Okay, 2 times the sine of 112 is equal to D times the sine of 8. And then divide by the sine of 8. What should you include around the angle measures?
1.8.
Include around the angle measures your parentheses.
I think you include 1.8.
No, you don't.
I feel like it's probably 2.
It is not 2.
13.3. Maybe you should have showed up in the beginning of class. Oh. Well, that sucks.
It's 13 point.
Everyone able to get 13.3? Grab a calculator, Tyler, and make sure you can get this. We took 2 times the sine of 112. Are your parentheses closed? Divided by the sine of 8.
I got 26 point.
No, you did not.
That's what I got.
You press 2.
Did you close your parentheses?
What? I have to do everything backwards.
Right. So you start with 112 and then hit sine. Then times it by 2.
12 times. Oh.
And then divide.
Sine. Wait. Why don't I have to do sine?
You do.
Go 112.
And then hit your sine button.
Where's your sine button? Right there.
Then times it by 2. And
I don't have
then
to do it in parentheses?
you don't have to, no.
Okay, he got 1.8.
then you have to divide it by the sine of 8. So then you divide by 8 sine.
I got 13.3241818.
Okay. We're going to do another one.
Can we just stop?
Oh.
We have to learn some way.
I think I get it.
Yeah.
Marvin,
You still don't get it.
don't even. No, attempt.
Okay.
Don't even attempt.
Solve triangle IJK. If J is 32 degrees, I is 30, and side J is 16. We want to find angle I.
Oh, goodness.
So make sure you label your triangle correctly.
That's a little K.
Yep, that is the lowercase k.
Cursive.
Yep, in cursive.
Alright, now that we got that out of
It looks like backwards, Jay.
Okay, so J is 32 degrees.
the way.
Side I is 30. Side J is 16. So which angle and side opposite do we know?
2 over 16.
Okay, so we know the 32 and the 16
Somebody can't do that shit, right?
is equal to, we're looking for angle I.
So sine 30 over I.
Not sine of 30, it's sine of I over 30. Because we're looking for the angle.
So what,
Okay.
so like you take
So now we cross multiply to solve it.
So it would be 30 sine the parentheses.
30
Would be 32.
times the sine of 32 is equal to
30.
16.
16 times the sine of I. How do you get the sine of I alone now?
don't understand.
Divide by 16.
Man, that's going to be complicated.
It's just solving your proportions. We spent a whole chapter on that.
I know, but like it's all like weird and stuff.
This is so sketchy.
How is this sketchy?
I don't know. I just feel like you could go wrong so many ways.
I got 7 to 6.
Oh, did you already find the angle?
2, maybe 9, 30 equals divided by 16 equals. I got .9935.
Yeah.
Everyone able to get .9935?
So
Now how do we find the angle from here?
You go.
You would do the negative half of 1.
Yep, the sine of negative 1.
0.51356059.
It's what?
83.
Did you get this?
Shot off.
Okay.
Right.
Focus up here. Shh.
I'm sure she can figure it out.
So what's your angle measure?
You got 83.5.
5135.
Okay. Where are you running into problems? What part?
I'm just running into problems on like setting up like the one things to figure out like with the parentheses.
I will show you.
So setting up originally or setting up here?
Right there.
Okay. So once when you have your proportion set up, so when you are at this step, is everyone okay with this step? Well, you don't have the formula. I'll give you the formula and then you'll be okay with it. So once when we have this step, we just have to cross multiply. So here, you would take your 30 times your sine of 32. 30 times the sine of 32. And make that equal to 16 times the sine of I. And then you have to get wherever your variable is alone. So here our sine of I is our variable, so we would divide by 16. Yes? No? kind of.
So like always on the right side, it would be that number.
If you set it up, yeah. As long as you set it up this way, yes. Okay.